12 SDGs are directly linked to the management of resources. So if we want to have them, then without taking seriously, that will simply not be possible. It's not enough just to focus by all of us on climate change and decarbonization. There are also other things like land, water, materials, and of course greenhouse gas emissions, which you have to monitor, which you have to somehow combine so that decarbonization is linked to the decoupling of our economic activities from the resource use and from environmental pollution, and only in that way we can basically answer both questions, the questions which are connected to SDGs as well as the questions which are connected to climate change.
Things are starting to happen, in particular within the European Union. We had something in December last year called the Circular Economy Package, which is an attempt to use materials more efficiently, to design things so that when you don't think you're going to use them anymore, you can disassemble and use components and not throw all of it away. There are also some big companies who are starting to rethink their business models. They don't sell stuff any longer, they offer services. Philips, for instance, they are starting to introduce that you lease lighting equipment instead of buying it. Then it is in their interest that they use as little energy as possible and that they reuse the materials. Michelin is another example. They don't sell tires to heavy trucks. They lease them and you pay per kilometer of use. Those are two examples. And I think we have to think about new business models where leasing and renting is becoming more and more the norm.
The thing which you need to follow is that your needs are satisfied. How you satisfy them, it's another story. I'm, for example, pretty much convinced that in 15-20 years you will have quite some towns in the world where privately owned cars will not be existing anymore, because there is no need. Owing it is just more or less a burden if you organize mobility in an efficient way separately. Currently you have to pay a lot to get it, then you are sitting in congestion, you are looking for a parking place, and all that is basically complicating our lives. We want to be mobile, not to have life complicated, and I think these are the kind of thinking which we have to incorporate in our logic. I think in the developed part of the world the major obstacle which we are dealing with is that we are in a way locked in old production models, locked in old infrastructure, locked in old business models, locked in old financial models. And if you want to change that, of course there will always be somebody who will be engaged that. That's those who are basically profiting from what we have. So we need to get a critical mass that we will move forward. On the other hand, it's also human behavior which might be problematic, and we have to be careful how to handle it. I was many times already astonished when we come to our families, how we really take care for a long-term future of the kids, for their education and so on. But when we come to our public offices, we basically forget that. And decisions which we take are against the logic which we basically use at home. So it will be quite a lot of education. I hope not too much of catastrophes which will educate us. But I'm pretty optimistic that since the things which I'm telling you are major economic opportunity, because any challenge is a major economic opportunity, with the help of social media, with the help of international ICT story, I think a lot is possible, because we can inform the consumer, we can inform everybody what are the consequences of the decisions which we are taking and what are the opportunities of different choices which you can make.
If we can show policymakers that it's not only good for the environment and for the climate, but it's also good for the jobs agenda, I think they will listen. Because I think the most burning issue almost everywhere is employment. And in a situation where the digitization of the economy, information technologies, robots take over more and more, we need other areas where we can offer more jobs. And the circular economy and resource efficiency is such an example.